Bonjour, once again it's Friday. I am Patrick Rideau from Papier Plume, and what's happening on Friday, it's our weekly video. And I had the idea to review a few pens, but I wanted to do it with a new collaborator that came last year, and ever since he came to the team, just tell them what happened. I mean, you didn't know much about pens?
Yeah, no, I knew a bit about pens, but not as much as I know now. Yeah, so I think it was last November, and when I started pretty much. And yeah, it's been a blast. I've been learning about not only pens, but stationery, paper, sealing wax.
But not only, but you now own a lot of fountain pens.
Yeah, my collection has definitely increased in size.
Right, so show me one of your pens that you really like.
So I'm gonna start with probably my favorite fountain pen right now. And this is the, it's a Platinum 3776. It's got a really good size to it. I really like the way it writes too. So I'm personally very into extra fine nibs and smaller writing.
Yeah, I would think one day you would have, you would have to have it.
Yeah, so this has the ultra extra fine nib that Platinum offers. And it's just one of my favorite pens. So same kind of thing. I always really also like a pen that posts. So I really don't have many pens that don't post. But this one has a really nice post, and it still has a really good size in your hand. So always really nice. And that nib is also a gold nib, and like the gold nib is just so nice with that little bit of flexion, even for just such a small size.
Just a small size, they still have
it still has a bit of flexion.
They are kind of stiff on the Platinum.
Yeah. Sometimes it's stiff, but I don't know. It really helps the way I write, and also I can even get I can even get up to a fine almost if I do a little bit more pressure, but I am careful because it is a gold nib.
Okay, but what I like about these, and what I actually think you're not really realizing yet, because you use it probably a lot, because you use a lot of extra fine, is the cap system that is fantastic and keep the ink preserve the ink.
Yeah, it really helps. It's got that. It's almost like a cap within the cap, like a suction almost, and it's also a screw cap, so I never have issues of it separating.
Mr. Like Patrick Dunn.
Say hello to one of our.
But yeah, really just a great pen. So what about you? Do you have a pen you want to show me?
Yes. By the way, I forgot, I didn't mention your name.
Yeah, it's Juan. By the way.
Juan.
Sorry about that. Yeah, should have introduced myself.
I really love that one.
I'm sorry.
All right, that one is my favorite. This is a Conway Stewart.
Yeah.
Why I do like it so much is because of the spaghetti resin. This Conway Stewart 100 series,
With the spaghetti resin.
The spaghetti resin is amazing. I think I never seen that before.
Yeah, it has a lot of resins, and that's one of the really nice ones I like to see too.
And you know what? I can feel the different resins, the different bands.
The layers on.
Yes, and it's what I really like. And I like the fact that my fingers doesn't go too far. Right there, there's a little notch.
Yeah, the way the section is done almost.
Right.
It's really comfortable to hold.
I put like a light colored nib on this. I mean, the light colored ink. I put a Satellitare because this is a broad nib, and I really think Satellitare and the broad nib will work very well. And it complements
those light
the
colors, it works really well because the broad nib lets you see all the variation in color.
Yeah, look at this. I love this, and I didn't think I wanted it, but because I like really light pen, like I really like the lightness of this. But this is a cool feature. You don't want it, you want light pens, just remove it. You want it, put it here. And finally, I really, it has a heft, and after all, I do like it. Also, what I love, it's I mean, I'm not going to open it because there's some ink in there, but there's a threaded converter.
So it sits really well.
Yeah, I love the threaded converter.
Yeah, I like to use converters too a lot in most of my pens, but sometimes I have like the daily driver pen where I just use cartridges for a bit easier, a bit quicker. But the converter just gives you just so many options for ink and different things that makes it really nice.
I know, and it's secure. I know I can drop it or whatever. It's not gonna get anywhere. So what's your second pen?
So for my next pen, I have this guy.
Wow. Okay, let's move that away.
So this is a Piniter. It's really, I don't really know the exact pronunciation, but it always changes. And these guys are super fun because they have a really fun cap to begin with. The magnetic cap is just so much fun. I sit at my desk whenever I'm bored or something, and I just play with these all day.
You fiddle with it,
but surprisingly, this is a roller ball. It's not a fountain pen, but the roller ball is just super nice too for like something very quick. And this one is more like my second pen I always keep in my bag.
Yeah, because you have a fountain pen like this.
I have
and
a
you have
fountain
to have
too.
another one.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
cheap.
So this one is just, it's the backup for why when maybe I forget to ink up a pen or something.
Yeah.
It's just something I can always rely that will have ink in it. And also it's just so smooth to write. And same kind of thing, it always posts, and that magnetic cap, it just keeps me going back. It's just so simple and so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it writes really well too, and it's just, it has got actually a really good balance on the weight, because the weight balance is maybe about here, so when you hold it, it sits really nice, and the cap's not too heavy either, which really helps.
Yeah, that's the problem. I never put so much my caps on the back, so...
Yeah, but you can definitely feel it,
yeah. This is kind of balanced a little bit, so that's giving you.
And the other thing I like to do
understand
is
why.
that I do get fine rollerball refills for it, which is a little hard to find, but we do have some. And the fine rollerball, it's not a huge difference, but it does make it enough difference to where I really enjoy it. And the writing too.
Well, that goes with your extra fun use.
Exactly.
Definitely.
But yeah, again, just super smooth to write with, and no pressure even needed to just start scrolling.
Okay.
But yeah, super nice.
Like
what about
it.
you? Do you have a next
Well,
pen?
I mean, this is my specialty pen. Definitely, I wanted the Montegrappa for a good reason is because the resin, they dig those resins at the Montegrappa. They are old resin that they were not making, and the camera industry started asking Montegrappa if they could bring some old resin back.
It's a new resin, or it's
It's
an
an
old
old
resin
resin that we revived.
Oh wow!
But it's not. I didn't know that. It's not what I bought it for. I bought it because how
so it has like
very
the fine,
fine, very elegant. You know, it's really hard to see, but those little marbleized. It's not even marbleized. It's
maybe a
just
little less, like a sprinkle of
yeah.
sprinkle maybe.
Yellow sprinkles are really gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean,
it reminds me of Starry Night by Van
yeah,
Gogh.
definitely on the colors.
Yeah,
of
it's
blue.
just that blue and that yellow together.
So I really love this. It's a Fortuna collection for the shape, but I definitely for my calligraphy wanted an X-wing flex nib. So I'm sorry. I mean,
no,
I have this.
It's a nice nib. So
yeah, I mean, basically, it's a nice nib. You know, I cannot get any other pen to do that. So I retrofitted the Fortuna with the
like your
Stylosuite.
Yeah,
Stylosuite X-wing. It's gonna be an extra fine on this one because I really like the really fine line going up, and then I can see the differences. You know, sorry, because this paper has been used and used and used. I will tell you why later. You see, very fine and very dark.
Oh yeah, that's so much flexion.
It's so much flexion. I mean, you can't basically.
And what ink do you have in there?
I placed the Nola collection Cagliaria.
Oh yeah, that's a really nice
It's getting close. I wanted a midnight blue,
lighter,
but you know,
but it's a nice
it's
color.
not really for matching basically.
Yeah.
But I like the pop of this ink anyway. So this one is not comic standard, so be careful. If you want an X-wing, we can only put it on some pens, but I mean, definitely a good weight, the screw system is perfect. It's very good. Not so much
on the post.
Not so much. It is okay. It posts fine. And again.
With your converter.
Right, the converter is the converter.
Yeah.
So
really nice.
I'm a sucker for this.
Yeah. I mean, it sits well. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah,
coming
don't
off
worry. I know
back
it's
off.
secure. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So for me, I think one of my last favorite pens. I keep it in my pocket at all times. And mine's a little worn and torn, but he's a little warrior. It's so this is another Platinum, surprisingly, because I really like the extra fine nibs. And this is the Preppy with an extra fine nib, or the .02 nib. Yeah, like these pens, they're plasticky and they don't feel great, but they're super resilient, and the post is good. The cap always sits well, and I can ink them up with whatever. I usually do have my converter. Right now it's just a cartridge because I ran out earlier. But yeah, these guys, they write no matter what. The nibs are easy, and they're.
I mean, for $5.
I mean, yeah, inexpensive at all, and it's a really good. That was my first fountain pen, so it's a really good first fountain pen too. Because it's like you don't really have to worry about it too much. Because there is that step up from not having a pen to worrying about a pen, which you kind of get concerned about, and having something like this really takes that worry away from you. So like if you lose it, okay, you lost it, but it also helps you teach you responsibility. So you remember, oh, my keys, my wallet, my pen, you know? You always kind of remember those three things, and your phone now, of course, I forgot. But yeah, this guy's great, and again, he has that really, really fine nib for me. Mine's a little dirty, you can see. But yeah, the fine nib, and I like this one. I just have black ink in because I really like black ink on this guy. And yeah, he's probably, I have, out of my 3 pens, I always
what's
carry.
wrong with that pen, basically?
Wrong with it? I think the cap doesn't sit well, but I've had them for 9 months now.
Oh yeah.
And the cap does kind of start to fade after a while. It's it's in the cap, the little fittings that click on it.
But I mean,
basically
for the price,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Again, not really worried about
not
it.
worried.
And the funny thing is, the converter ends up being more than the pen. So once you add a converter, the converter does add longevity to the Penda. So like after you get the converter, it can be a lifetime pen. You just have to take
exactly. You're exactly right.
But again, it also has that really nice platinum cap. It's a much simpler design, but
it's
you
a
can
simpler design. You're right, but
it has the spring and that inner cap that is just super nice.
That's
and
the
it
way
helps.
you can actually see. You can show the customers like the spring system
Yeah,
is here,
exactly.
and then when you close.
Yeah, the spring system super nice, and yeah, it helps. I use a lot of carbon inks and really dry
it
black
never
inks.
dries on this one.
It had no. I've probably last time I used this was maybe last Friday, and I picked it up again today, and it writes just fine.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, yeah, it stays pretty wet for the
and
most part.
you try extra fine with with also the
this one. Yeah, no, this one.
Which ink you would?
I like right now. I have a red ink in here, so it's gonna be a bit harder to see. Because it is a light ink.
Right.
But it's a red ink I like, and it's a platinum red. They sell it in the cartridges, but it's just a small cartridge I got one of. And I actually have more than one Preppy. I think I have 3 more Preppies at home. And yeah, those all have their cartridges and converters. And
but you only take extra fine, so you're not trying to have the Preppy to have the
not the colors.
Size,
for me, it's more about the nib.
Colors
Yeah.
or the
I do have a pink and a purple, but for me, it's more personally about the nib.
Okay.
But and the other thing, yeah, the Preppies do come in different colors, so it doesn't have to be so plain like mine.
Exactly.
But they're super nice, and I just really enjoy them, and it's one of my favorite pens. So what's your last pen?
Well, my last pen is something that I keep with me all the time. You know, you just go to the bakery, you go wherever. You have to have your wallet all the time, and this pen has been with me for 15 years.
Yeah,
15
wow,
years.
Yeah.
It's the, sterling silver ballpoint pens. But it's always with you. You can always put it in your wallet or wherever you think it is gonna latch. I mean, of course you understand. I am European. I mean, I'm French, and I use very large wallet compared to American. But these fits about everywhere. There's no turning. There's just a little push to make it work. Basically, like I have to sign and
can you get different colors in the
cartridges?
cartridges?
Yeah, you can make. Oh yes, I have about 5 colors here.
Oh wow.
We have blue, black, brown, red and greens, blue, and black
and
obviously.
Black, yeah.
We have also bra, so that could be interesting as to do bra.
Get so many,
sign. Still, we sign a few things once in a while. Yeah. You can have it handy. Or when I had DNV last time I was at the DNV, it's like let me just write down some papers and I pull it out. I didn't want to share. I didn't want to.
Oh yeah, you want to kind of keep to yourself.
I want to keep to myself. I have my pen. Sorry guys. Don't give me your pens. I have my little pen. This is my emergency pen. So
like even for like when you're signing a check or something.
Right, that's what it is. So if you want to close it, I never close mine. Leave it open and never stain my wallet. Just tap it gently right there, and then if you want to open it, tap the cap. That's just the best pen I had ever and never lost it.
Yeah, it's always sitting in your wallet.
Yeah,
so unless you lose your wallet, but
I mean, who wants to lose their wallet?
No,
right?
exactly, no one. Yeah, but it's super small and compact. I mean, you can even put that like in your passport book. Yeah. And then you'd still sit nice because at the airport you're always having to fill out forms and stuff now.
Exactly. You know
so yeah, it's a mess.
So originally the story of that pen was created by a jeweler in Vermont. And
so it's made in the U.S.
Yeah, it's made in the U.S. So the jeweler retired and closed his shop, and he kept
making the pens.
He kept making the pens.
Oh, wow.
Then, unfortunately, he passed away. In the past 2 years, passed away, and somebody took over. It's the same name, same company name, Wallet Pen Company, and this one still Yeah,
this
still
one being
being made
made.
today in sterling silver.
Yeah, so I'm guessing it uses like a D size refill because
It's
it's
a D size. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
I mean,
nice.
come up for an emergency, you don't really use that much ink.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna last forever.
Yeah, you
I'll
always in your
probably
pocket.
use, change the refill to.
Yeah, and I guess since you're in the Louisiana heat, the heat doesn't really affect it either
No.
because it's always been good for you.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
That's it. That's
really
what I
good
love. That's mine.
Yeah. So I guess those are our pens, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Thank you. Thank you for watching, and we will have more exciting news and review next week, sorry. Any questions? We didn't have any questions.